Hello, welcome back to my channel. It is Eddie. What's good? So, I decided I wanted to do this last month because I loved the design so bad, but then when I finished my recording, it was not there anymore. So I had to really quickly come up with a new video, and you guys didn't get to see it, but this month, you shall have it. You shall see it. I wanted to film the Patreon reward because I really actually very much enjoy how the design turned out for it. So just a quick rundown: if you're not currently a patron, I do still have 3 spots left open on my matcha and or chamomile tier. Oh wait, no, it's just my chamomile tier. My matcha mail is not limited. It's unlimited. Well, it's limited to inside the US, but my chamomile tier is limited because it involves customs, and I can only do so many customs a month before I might explode and not be able to keep up on top of them. So anyways, I have a Patreon, obviously, silly me, and every single month you guys get a print and a sticker, and again, if you're on chamomile, you get a custom and then a physical of your custom, because I love you guys. But if you're on either of those tiers, you get little exclusive rewards that don't show up anywhere else but on the Patreon. Only patrons can have access to them. Only patrons will get these rewards. They're never going to go up on like my coffee shop or anything like that. And then as far as like past rewards go, I still haven't decided whether or not like I'm going to put last year's up on the shop, for example, or if it's going to be like Patreon exclusive forever and only like current and past patrons, or current and present patrons, or patrons in the future will be able to access those kinds of stickers and prints and stuff. So I haven't decided, but I haven't done it yet. I think I'm going to keep last year's exclusive to Patreon, and this year's obviously are going to be exclusive to Patreon. That was a long-winded explanation of what a Patreon is. Can you tell I've not consumed any caffeine yet? Anyways, if you are on my Patreon, you already know, but if you're not, you might not. So let me tell you, this month's theme, or this year's theme rather, I'm going through the rainbow. I'm making little monsters for every single color in the rainbow, and I've decided, like, I started out with white, for example. I think I'm gonna have like the main color, but then with accents of what the next color will be. So like white, obviously the next color would have been pink, but I did black because it was opposite, and I thought I was going to do opposites for a while, but then I got to pink and I was like, ooh, what if I did pink and then she had accents of red, and now we're at red and we're going to do accents of orange, and then orange is going to have accents of yellow, and so on until we finish the rainbow. And it's going to be so fun and so cute, and I love it so bad. I'm very excited to get through all of these characters. It's been really fun to kind of decide like what monster I'm gonna do for each character as well. I think last year I ended up, why do I keep saying last year? Oh my gosh. Last month I did a poll because I was like, should I do like a succubus, a cupid, a vampire, whatever. I put that up on the Patreon for you guys to vote on. That was really fun. And then this month I was like, well, okay, what's a red monster? I don't want to go like the obvious, which would be like a flame, because then that leaves me really limited for orange as well, because like obviously red and orange is giving fire, but like orange and yellow is also arguably giving fire. So what am I gonna do? Like, how am I gonna, and I eventually, I don't know how I settle on this, but I was like, Kitsune? I think I asked my partner, I was like, hey, I don't know, what's another monster besides like a flame, a fire? What's another monster? And he was like, Kitsune? A fox? Hello? And I was like, oh my god, you're so Naruto pilled. Yes. So I ended up sketching a really fast little version of like a character where she's like taking the mask off, but then like underneath it's obvious that she is actually a Kitsune. It's not just a mask. And I thought that was really cute, and I really liked the vibe and the energy and like the sneakiness of it. It was giving very fox. And I had like the idea of it being like kind of like sultry a little bit, like an off the shoulder little kimono moment, but then my partner was like, you should make her dead, as in like the way that you wrap it. And I was like, your brain is so big. And so we ended up coming up with this design, and I love her. I'm so obsessed with the character designs so far for this year. I feel like I haven't really struggled to come up with the designs so much as I have struggled with the color palette, which is exactly what I wanted. I did in fact want there to be a little bit of a challenge, because obviously, like, with the theme being monsters, you should know well on this channel now, if you are a reoccurring subscriber, if you are a regular watcher of mine, I be drawing monsters. It is my go-to every single time. I'm like, I don't know what to draw. It's an alien, it's a demon, it's some kind of monstrous character with fantasy skin tones, because I love doing color. Bad. It's one of my favorite things. Give me all of the aliens, demons, succubi, whatever you want to call them, any kind of monster, tiefling, whatever. If their skin can be pink or green or purple, it shall be done. It shall be done. So I really like doing colors. I really like drawing monsters, which means character designs I'm not really struggling with so much. Need to push myself a little bit. Constrained palette. Okay, so this has been where it's been really fun for me to kind of be like, well, how do I balance this color palette? How do I have accents of a color, or like how do I build contrast if I'm only allowed to use like one main color, with the next color being very similar to it, because again, it is the rainbow, so it's not like I'm not getting like a complementary color like balance like that. I'm not able to build contrast that way. I'm using, what is it, analogous? Is that when it's all right next to each other, or is it triadic? No, triadic is like 3 different spots on the I haven't looked at color theory. Oh my god, I have not looked at color theory in a long time. But yes, okay, analogous is when 3 colors are right next to each other. That's what I thought. So 3 colors right next to each other. You can kind of build contrast, but at the same time, it can be kind of difficult if the colors are, you know, if I'm using very similar values and stuff like that. And because I don't want to push the values too much as someone who also uses analogous colors and like complementary colors when shading. So like, for example, if I'm working with red, then I want to shade with purple. But because I want to kind of adhere to my palette a little bit more, I'm trying not to use purple, because then what's the point of having accents of the next color if that's going to be there anyway? Does that make sense? Like, I want to shade red with red, but not like red, so that there's still like interesting looking colors, but also I'm not like, it's not like a blurry, muddy mess, because like, oh, if I shade red with orange, but then I also have orange in another area that I'm shading with red, it's just all gonna look one note, and I don't want to do that. So I have been really pushing myself to like adhere to the main color, but also still have a little bit of depth in my color, and that has been quite a challenge for this piece in particular too, because it was hard for me to push values in reds or values in orange without it immediately turning brown and then not reading as red or orange anymore. I wanted it to read as like maroon, as like dark red, but then I also don't want the red to read as purple, because I want it to read as dark red, but I also want to build values, so that I have to add, or like build like interesting colors, so then I also have to add like little subtle tiny shifts in color, but not too strong, lest again we risk colors looking like other colors. So this was really, really difficult for me to adhere to this particular palette, but I think I managed it by the end. I am very, if you hear me rhythmically tapping, my bad. I totally forgot that I was filming and not like just yapping on Discord to the homies. So if you guys heard me clicking my cuticle pusher over and over again, I'm so sorry. Anyways, but yeah, I think I definitely like was able to adhere to the palette by the end. I hope that it still reads red. I am worried a little bit that it's reading as brown, and I'm also a little bit upset that I had to exclusively use red, because there was a moment where I was working with the kimono and I was like, I really like this color, but I want to shift it a little bit, and then I shifted it too much on accident. It was this gorgeous like dark reddish purple, and I was like, oh my god, if I did not have to use exclusively red, I would have made it purple so fast. I would have made it that purple so fast. It was gorgeous. Not that this version is not gorgeous. I do like how it turns out in the end, but oh, I wish I could have used a little bit more purple. I really do. But it's not purple's time. It won't be purple's time. in a while. We won't be getting purple until I think October, somewhere around there. It's gonna be a minute. It's gonna be a minute before we get to purple. Because let's see, we're on red and orange, and it's March. So April will be orange and red. May will be please. April will be orange and yellow. May will be yellow and green. June will be green and blue. I don't know. I think I shoved like indigo and stuff in there as well so that it would fit through 12 throughout the whole year. It'll be late in the year when we get to purple. It'll be a while. It's going to be a long time. But I'm excited to get to her because I do love a good purple. I do love a good purple. You guys will see lots of purple in my work. All of my branding is also, well, technically it's blue and pink, but when it comes to me using like an accent color, it's purple. It's purple. It's my favorite color right now. I love her. I love a little lilac. I love a little lavender. She's gorge. Anyways, I'm going to stop yapping because I've been yapping your guys' ear off, and I'm going to show you what the rewards look like. I hope you like them. I hope you think they're slay. I think they're slay, very personally. And I hope you guys too. I hope you guys too. I hope you guys do too. Wow. Shout out to my patrons who put up with my nonsense. They're on screen here. I love them very much. They make me be able to do things like exist as a person, and give them non-caffeinated content that they love for whatever reason. I'm obsessed with you guys. You guys are amazing. Thank you for that. Thank you for sitting through this video and watching it, whether it was just because you wanted to see if I could get my brain together or because you genuinely wanted to see the finished piece. I hope that's the reason. If you guys want to see more from me, don't forget to subscribe. I always forget to say this. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I upload every other week on Saturdays when I remember, because I technically work Saturdays. And so I always forget to upload because I forget to schedule them because patrons get them early. Wink, wink. And then I forget to set them to public. So mostly Saturdays, but sometimes Sundays. So turn notifications on if you guys want to see when I actually post, unless you're on Patreon, in which case you know when I'm posting, because you'll get it ahead of time. Anyways, I love you guys so much, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.